Hello friends, welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to discuss another Leetcode problem, and this problem is based on array. Okay, so the question is maximum ascending subarray sum. Given an array of positive integers nums, return the maximum possible sum of an ascending subarray in nums. Okay, so now the question is, what is a subarray? A subarray is defined as a contiguous sequence of numbers in an array. Okay, so a subarray, this is your subarray, okay, is ascending if for all I where this is your range L less than equals to I less than R, nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1. This is very important. Okay, and one last thing is that a subarray of size 1 is ascending. Okay, so now let's see the first example. This is all about the question. If you take this first example, then you can easily understand what's going on in this problem. Okay, so this integer array is given to you. Your output is 65. You can create so many subarrays that is in ascending order. You have to take the subarray that is gives you the largest sum. Okay, so this integer is given to you. You can take this subarray or this subarray. Okay, you can also take this only 10 and 20 or 20 or 30. You can take, yeah, it's right. Or you can take 5 or 10, 10 or 50. But the thing is, you have to return the largest sum subarray, right? So now that's why you can take like largest is 10, 20, 30, and what is 10, 20, 30 is 60, right? And what is the sum of this subarray is 65. So between 60 and 65, 65 is largest, right? That's why you have to take this subarray. Okay, so in the second example, this whole array is in ascending order, so you can take this whole array as a subarray and just add all the numbers and your output will be like 150. Okay, so in this third example, this integer array is given to you, so you can take like this is a subarray. Okay, but also you can take like only 12, only 17, only 15, only 13, because I have already told you a subarray of size 1 is in ascending order. Okay, so but the largest subarray you have to give, right? So this is the subarray. That subarray give you the maximum sum. Okay, and the subarray is in ascending order. Okay, so 10 plus 11 plus 12 is 33. That's why your output is 33. Means this method will give you an integer value. So let's solve this problem. So basically, I will just use a simple for loop. Okay, first take some integer type variables. Okay, max equals to nums of 0, right? Then int pref nums of 0. Okay, and last is int sum equals to nums of 0. Okay, so now I will take a for loop int I equals to 1. Why I equals to 1? Because in I equals to 0, I already store all the values, right? That's why I start I equals to 1. Okay, I less than nums of length I plus plus, then at the end ascending means what? Obviously the next element is greater than its previous element, right? So pref is less than nums of I. Okay, and then sum equals to sum plus nums of I. Okay, and then pref equals to nums of I. Okay, so now else max equals to max dot max comma sum. Okay, don't worry, I will describe all code using an example. Okay, and then pref equals to nums of I. Okay, and then at the end we just like sum equals to nums of I. Okay, so at the end, and then we just return this max. Okay, now let's run this code. Okay, so what's going on in this code? Let's take the first example. Okay, so your first example is 10, then 20, then 30, then 5, then 10, then 50, right? Okay, this integer array is given to you. Okay, so 10, I have already stored this 10 in these variables, right? So no need to take this 10 again. So what is your second element? Your second element is 20. Okay, so obviously 20 is greater than 10, right? So we just sum. What is your sum now? 20 plus 10 is 30, right? So what is you have in your previous? In your have previous is not 30, sorry, in your previous have 20. Okay, so now this else block will not execute. What is your next element is 30, right? So now again 30 is greater than 20. Okay, so now again we will just add 30 plus 30 is 60. Okay, and now what you have in your previous have 30, right? So now what is your next element is 5. So now this if block will not execute, right? So now what you have in your max? 60, right? And what is your pref equals to nums of I. Now what you have in your pref? 5, right? And what is your sum now? Is also 5. Okay, so now what is your next element is 10. Now this if block will execute. Okay, because in your pref what you have 5. Obviously 5 is less than 10. Okay, so now what is your sum now? 5 plus 10 is 15. Okay, so now is 15. So now what you have in your pref? Your pref now you have 10. So now what is your next element is 50. Now again this if block will execute because obviously 50 is greater than 10, right? So now what is your sum? 50 plus 15, what is 65, right? So now what you have in your pref? Your pref have only now 15, but now this if now this for loop will not execute because now this condition will not satisfied, right? So we just come out from this for loop. Okay, now again we need to check what is your max. But what you have in your sum? You have in your sum is 65, and what you have in your max? You have in your max only 60. Now what is the largest value between these two numbers? 65. Okay, so now in your max what you have? 65. Okay, so that's why at the end you have to recheck this thing also. That's why I have write this same two lines 2 times, right? Okay, so yeah, that's all about the code. I think this code is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can definitely ask me in the comment section. Okay, so now let's submit this code. Yeah, so that's all for this video. I wish this video is helpful for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.